Welcome to the One Star Weak Foot Show, FIFA 21 edition, starring your host, One Star Weak Foot, and our review specialist, One Star Weak Foot. Bow! Good evening, beautiful people of YouTube, and welcome to the One Star Weak Foot Show, your one-stop shop for player reviews. I'm going to be your host today, One Star Weak Foot, and it makes me feel thrilled to see you back on the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, as you guys know, today, Everton had a big game against Chelsea, and unfortunately, we did not come away with the W. I mean, I think it was more so Chelsea just really playing us off the parks and really just showing their depth, their talent over our team. I mean, our team has played 3 games in 7 days. But whatever the case was, I don't actually think we played horrible. I just think Chelsea played very, very well, and they look really primed to take a top 4 spot this year. But I digress, all right? It kind of sucks as an Everton fan to see your team lose in that fashion. But I decided to make myself feel better today by trying out this new Richarlison card. So guys, let's take a look at this card. All year, I have been waiting for Richarlison to get a special card. And it's really not EA's fault that he hasn't gotten one. I mean, Richarlison was out of form for the first half of the season, but he's come back with a vengeance. 6 goals in the last 7 games. And here we are. We finally have a Richarlison card. It's a what-if version, which means that if Everton scores 6 goals in the next 5 games, well, actually now 4 games, he will be getting a +2. And you might be wondering, as an Everton fan, what do I think our chances are of scoring 6 goals in 4 games? And honestly, it's 50-50. We're not a team that scores a lot of goals recently. We've just been grinding out 1-0s, 2-1s, score lines like that. So for us to get 6 games or 6 goals in the next 4 games, it might actually be tough. But I do think if this card gets a +2, my oh my, what a card he's gonna be. But let's look at him right now. He's 5'11". He has high work rates. He's right-footed with the 4-star skills and the 5-star weak foot, as you guys see here. I've played 4 games with him in division rivals, and he has 9 goals and 0 assists. Before we go any further, if you're enjoying the content, if you want more content like this, do me a big solid and hit the like button down below. And if you're new to the channel, do me a big favor and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate all you guys, as always, for clicking on this video. So, when you look at this Richarlison card, I mean, he looks like a very, very well-rounded striker. He looks like possibly one of the best strikers in the Prem. I mean, let's be real. The 5-star weak foot is what makes him king. But when you look at his all-around stats, he's providing you some pace, a really, really good amount of physical, and his shooting at 84. Doesn't look that great on paper, but when you look at the in-game stats, you can see the important stats are in the high greens. 88 attack positioning, 88 finishing, and once again, 88 shot power. Dribbling wise, he has a little bit of sauce to him. I mean, he's Brazilian. He cost 50 million, and his dribbling stat in game is 90. Ball control 88 with 89 composure. He looks like the kind of card that doesn't really scream like an amazing card on paper, but in game will perform very well. And if he does get the +2, he looks like a very, very exciting card. So without further ado, I'm gonna take you over to our review specialist in the studios, One Star Weak Foot. Take it away. Thanks, One Star. And I am reporting live from one of the biggest market crashes in FIFA 21. It is a market crash to end all market crashes. I have seen Richarlison's card go from 1.4 million to under 1 million in just less than 24 hours. So what is his current price on Footbin? It is about 950k. Is he worth it? I would have to say he's not a bad value. Don't buy him hoping he's going to get the +2 because, like I said, we're not sure if he really is. But as the card is right now, he's actually just a very, very good card that fits the meta. We're going to break it down, starting with the pace. He has 89 pace, boasting 85 acceleration and 92 sprint speed, and he feels just about that in game. Of course, I threw a Hunter chem style on him. I thought that was the best chem style to throw on him to really give him that extra oomph when he's trying to get him behind. And I will say I was not disappointed. Getting him behind, he was able to do so very reliably. And because of his 92 sprint speed, once he was in behind, he had a surprising amount of pace to stay in behind. Overall, this guy's pace is a 9 out of 10. If you want to get him behind striker or somebody who can at least get him behind more times than not, I think this Richarlison card will fit the bill. Next, we're going to talk about this card's shooting, and my oh my did this card surprise me. His attack positioning, first and foremost, was very, very nice. He made intelligent runs. And what I will say is his finishing on both feet was very, very clinical. He was able to finish from multiple angles. He was able to bank finesse shots. He was able to hit just normal shots, near post, far post. And because he has the 5-star weak foot, he's reliable on both feet. His 88 shot power ensures that he beats the keeper more times than not. And overall, this guy's shooting is a 9 out of 10. He's not going to be Ronaldo or R9, but he is a very clinical striker. And if he's in front of net, best believe he's going to hit the back of the net. Next, we'll talk about his passing, and the best word I would use to describe this guy's passing is serviceable. All right, don't get me wrong. In tight areas, in and around the box, his short passing at 83, his vision at 80, his curve at 80 is going to get the job done. He's going to be able to playmate quite a bit for other players around him, but he's not somebody you want to play at the cam position. His passing just doesn't have that extra sauce on it. His long passing of 66 is not quite as bad as I expected it to be on paper. I mean, end game, he was able to still send through balls. He was still be able to send driven passes across the field with decent accuracy. Overall, this guy's passing is a 7.5 out of 10. He's a striker that could bring other players into the game, but not somebody you should classify as a playmaker per se. Next, we'll talk about his dribbling, and this might be one of the bigger questions you have on this game. How does it feel on the ball? And I will say he feels actually very good on the ball. His dribbling at 90 really shines. His close control when it comes to the R1 and L1 dribbling is actually better than expected. And his agility and balance at 86 and 83 respectively got the job done. He felt very similar to Rashford when it came to turning, when it came to exploring out certain skill moves like the L1 fake shot and the heel to heel. And his composure meant that he made love to pressure. Even if he was being crowded out in the box, as long as he found the right angle and as long as he found some daylight to get that shot off, to get that final pass off, he was going to be able to do it very effectively. Overall, this guy's dribbling is an 8.75 out of 10. I think if he gets that +2 boost, he's going to feel extremely smooth. But for the time being, he actually feels very good on the ball. Finally, we'll be talking about his physical, and I think that's what makes this card special. Not only does he have the 5-star weak foot, he is an aerial threat. I mean, this guy scored 4 headers for me today, which is actually nuts. His positioning when it comes to finding the right place to be at the far post or finding the right place to be in the box during corners was absolutely essential to scoring those goals, and it's very reminiscent to how he is in real life. He's really become an aerial threat for Everton, and he is so in this game. His 83 strength with his 88 aggression make him insane inside the box. He's gonna fight for the badge, for those second chances, those third chances, and when it comes to challenges, he rides them like a goddamn Peloton. He's able to have defenders at times bounce off him, and it really adds another dimension to his game. His hold-up play is there, and once he's in behind, all you have to do is tap L2 over and over. He's gonna knock that defender down on his butt. His 88 stamina means that he lasts all game, and overall, this guy is a physical beast, and I gotta give him a 9 out of 10. Alright guys, so what's the final verdict on this card? I think what makes this Richarlison card so special is that he has a mix of different attributes without being too far gone on one side. Let me explain. He has good dribbling without being too nimble and too weak in the box. He has some physical to him, but he's not too stocky or too big where he's going to be hard to maneuver. His finishing is very good in the box on both feet, and he has just enough pace to get in behind. Should you use him as a winger? I would say no, he's not quite that pacey, but as a striker, he's going to shine, and with his aggression, he's going to get on top of those second and third chances. I really love this card, and I got to give him a 9 out of 10. I definitely think he's actually worth the price, and I think he's a very, very good card to bring into your team if you're trying to play D1, if you're trying to play Weekend League, and try a slightly different card. Alright guys, so that's going to be my Richarlison review. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Once again, don't forget to like and subscribe. I will see you in the next episode, but until then,